Have you ever wondered what separates people who conquer their fears and chase their dreams from those who hesitate on the sidelines? It all comes down to one powerful force: confidence. And in this video, I will share a few secrets of confidence, how to build it, nurture it, and use it to transform your life. Right now, you can see today's chapters, everything we'll be talking about in this video. Let's begin with the Confidence Code. The Confidence Code is an amazing book about confidence for women that I've recently read, and I highly recommend it to everyone. In this book, the authors talk about the fact that how confidence means that you believe in yourself enough to take action. So confidence is all about taking action. When you lack confidence, what happens is you don't believe in yourself enough. You doubt your abilities, and because of that, you don't do anything because you're so afraid to fail. A lot of us are so focused on being afraid to fail that we forget to pause for a second and think that failing can actually help our confidence. Just think about it. If you fail, what does it mean? It means that you took action. It means that you tried doing something, which means that you already have some confidence in you. People who don't take action, people who don't try anything, they never fail, but they also never succeed because they never try in the first place. They never take action. So if you try looking for a new job and you get rejected at your first interview, you have to try again. The fact that you failed, the fact that you got rejected, all it means that you tried, that you took action, that you believed in yourself enough to try. So just this realization should give you more confidence to try more, maybe fail more, and maybe one day succeed. So confidence is all about not letting the fear of failure stop you from going where you want to go, from achieving the things you want to achieve, from living the life you want to live. This can be tough to learn, I know, but it can dramatically improve your life. When I picked up bouldering as my new hobby, I was terrified. I was terrified to go to the gym and see all the experienced climbers beat me, even though it was not even a competition. Like, the only person I was competing with is myself. And I can even add this one more thing. I wasn't even competing. You know, for me, it was just a hobby. I was just doing it for myself, to have fun, to exercise, to stay healthy. But in my mind, I was already afraid of failure. Like, I was afraid of starting a route and then falling, like never finishing it. Yeah, but now using this new mindset that failing just means that you tried, that you took action, that you already had confidence in yourself. Now I feel even more confident like going bouldering because I know that if I fail, it means that I can try again. Maybe I'll fail, maybe I'll succeed. It means that by failing, I will learn something new. I will use these new lessons and I will succeed eventually. I will do this route and that route at the climbing gym. If I let my fear of failing stop me, I just stop bouldering completely. That's the solution? No, that's not the solution I want to choose for myself. And if you think that because of your age, you can't impact your confidence, it is not true, because we have this concept as neuroplasticity, and our brains can change and adapt because of that. If you think a certain way, if you behave a certain way, it will make changes in your brain as well. Your brain is adaptable, and what was scary, impossible to do, impossible to achieve one day will become your new norm, your new reality the next day. Now let's move on to talking about confidence versus competence, because there are some people who are way too confident when they actually lack knowledge in a specific field. Confidence is when you believe in yourself overall, when you believe in your abilities overall. But competence is all about knowing that you have this specific skill set for a task. Let's say you want to present a lecture at a well-established university about neuroscience. If you have a lot of confidence, it's not enough. You actually also have to have a competence. Like, if I go to that university and I'm like also confident, I don't have the competence, I don't have the expertise to be at that university and actually lecture people there. But fortunately, we can actually work on both of those things. We can work on your confidence and we can work on your competence. Because you don't want to develop this armchair quarterback syndrome from the book by Adam Grant. Think again. The armchair quarterback syndrome is when you criticize someone or when you make decisions about something, even though you lack knowledge about this topic, even though you lack expertise, you lack competence, but your confidence levels are very high. You know, think of watching a football match and think of all of your, I don't know, uncles and grandpas who criticize the referee, even though they lack knowledge when it comes to football. They lack competence and expertise. And the flip side of it is the imposter syndrome, when you feel like a fraud despite all of your achievements, despite all of your expertise. In that case, your expertise is usually a lot higher than the level of confidence you have. And so the first step is thinking about which syndrome you actually have. Are you a quarterback armchair critic? Do you feel like an imposter? And then you will have these two beautiful pictures, your level of confidence and competence. And you will understand what you need to work on. It's just sometimes only working on our confidence is not enough. If you want to become a doctor and do surgeries, let's say, it doesn't matter how much confidence you have, because you also have to have competence. If you have enough competence and enough confidence, this combination really creates magic. But if you're super confident and you lack necessary medical training, it won't help you much. And now I want to talk about jealousy, what it actually is, because in the past, I struggled with jealousy so much. I would open Instagram and instantly feel triggered, jealous, envious. I couldn't feel happy for other people when they achieved something. I couldn't feel neutral. All I felt was jealousy. So the way I think about it now is jealousy isn't really about what someone else has. Right? When we open Instagram, we see that someone bought a new car or someone bought a new house. It's not really about them buying a new car or a new house that triggered you. It's about something that you are missing. It's about something that you are lacking that triggered you. You don't want to see other people enjoying something you don't have. Like people who share their wonderful relationships online. And there are some people in the comments saying that social media isn't real. This cute video isn't real. I understand that there are people online who fake their amazing, wonderful relationships. But I also think for those people in the comments, it's just hard to realize that you can be in a happy and wonderful relationship, because most of those people who leave those comments are probably lacking those wonderful relationships. And so obviously they can't resonate with those videos. They can't truly connect with them because they live in a completely different reality. And so what can you do to overcome jealousy? I want to mention 3 important steps. First of all, shift your focus. Stop comparing yourself to others and focus on your own life. What are you doing with your life? What are your achievements? What is your routine? Just stop thinking about other people. I don't care what your friend does. I don't care what your aunt does. What are you doing? Shift the focus to your life. A very powerful exercise here is journaling, to keep track of everything that you do every single day, to keep track of your achievements, and to also keep track of how often you compare yourself with other people, how often you feel jealous, because we start changing our relationship to it. And instead of doing it every single day, multiple times a day, we start doing it less and less and less, because our life just becomes more important to us than some person online buying a new car for themselves. A very important step is unplugging from social media. If somebody is triggering you on social media, the first thing you have to do is stop following them. And then you can talk to your therapist about it to actually find the true cause why this person is triggering you. You can do some self-help exercises like journaling to really think about it. Why is this person triggering you? Is it because something you're missing? Is it because something you're lacking? Is it truly something that you want to have? If you do want to have this fancy car or this fancy house, if it's one of your values, what can you do to achieve that goal? What steps should you start taking? Social media fuels those feelings of jealousy all the time, and you have to decide for yourself what people you want to follow, what people you want to unfollow. And finally, another little thing you can do to overcome jealousy is start giving compliments to others. In the past, it was so hard for me to give compliments to other women because I thought that if I compliment other women on their appearance, on their clothes, I was taking away something from me. You know, if I complimented a woman on her pretty dress, it meant that my dress wasn't pretty, or it meant that I didn't have such a pretty dress in my closet. Now I think differently about it. It actually helps my feminine energy when I compliment other women. It doesn't take anything away from me. It only multiplies my appreciation for my friends or for women that I see on the street. I think this last step of learning to give compliments to other people might be very, very hard for those who do feel jealous from time to time. Because I remember for me in the past, just starting to say nice things to other women was so hard. Because when I was a kid, when I was a teenager, I was always competing with other women because of the sport I was in, because of my school environment, because of a lot of different reasons. And so it took a lot of work on myself to relearn, reprogram, and start behaving in a different way. The homework I want to give you today is going to be all about embracing failures. Choose a new skill or activity that you've always wanted to try, but were afraid to fail at. Just do it. Dedicate time to practice it. If you fail, if you do something wrong, it's absolutely okay. Because know what? It means that you actually did something. It means that you already have enough confidence in yourself to make the first step to try. And celebrate that and learn from your little failures. If you're on a quest of changing your life, of becoming closer to your desired self, I highly recommend checking out this video right here. There you will learn some mindset shifts and proven habits. So click right here and keep on watching.